Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 8th season now in the league, Russell Wilson.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Open here, Adam Thielen. 13 yards on the game's opening play. The numbers for Thielen in that game last week, 6 catches, 62 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Looks pretty evident what they want to do, the same connection to start the game on back-to-back throws.
But when you've got a big-time target, you've got to go to him. The flip side is, shouldn't the defense know that? They should be better prepared.
Absolutely. They're going to have to step up and in a hurry. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Single.
Play action. Now Wilson. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd.
Big series right here. We got to step up.
A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
No, a nifty juke there. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays, and the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense as they get their first shot. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions, right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Prescott. And his pass incomplete. And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
He's going to air one out and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now Blunt. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
On third down, it's Prescott. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he able to power through. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Dwayne Haskins leading the charge offensively.
Here we go. 380. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. Refusing to go down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. A look here on your screen at how Washington's going to line up defensively. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
On the run, this is Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And there are the numbers a week ago for LeGarrette Blount. 14 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
On the ground, Ellington. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Prescott from the gun on third. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Washington. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
So we got man.
Good shot.
Now Wilson on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Now LeGarrette Blount gets set to go again on offense. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott now from the 50. Completes it to Hardman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now Ellington. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And he'll go down at the 28. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing. Prescott. And able to find Conley. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Blount. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Here's Ellington. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Here's Prescott. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense And you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Got an open man, it's QT. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Prescott now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit.
A 30-yard attempt.
Ficken's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the 2nd quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
First down, 49ers.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Here's Wilson. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, that one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We start our tour of the NFL with the LA Rams, making their first visit back to the scene of their Super Bowl 53 loss as they visit Atlanta. And that one getting close to halftime with the Falcons out in front. Demarcus Robinson, a touchdown reception. From there, we head to the Big Apple, more specifically to MetLife Stadium in Jersey to check on the Giants. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Giants looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. The Bills locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Let's see what our player spotlight feature has in store with Dak Prescott. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field.
Check. Watch 54. Watch twist.
Back to it after the pick six. Prescott got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's go, D. That's what I'm talking about, D.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Ellington. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. Second down and goal. Prescott, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Luke Wilson, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field, but now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. Blunt will get the football. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So here now is Prescott as his guys will go for the 2-point conversion. Blunt will get the football. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right in this ball game, and they got the victory last week against the Rams, so some good momentum as they come up 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Wilson. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A big play there for the Niners. 41 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Wilson. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Darren Waller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out now come the Redskins.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it here with Blount. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Jordan Reed has it. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home here.
They'll run on first down. Blount. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, offense, right? Not turning it over and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor.
Sometimes you get just a little over-eager defensively when you've got people backed up because the mentality is to attack, take the ball away, or worse, just keep them backed up there for your own offense. They actually used their aggressiveness against them on that one and hit them big.
Absolutely. Had him pinned on the 2. Not anymore. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Wilson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run again with Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got. Showing it.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Galladay. A gain of 6 there on 1st. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Wilson. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Adam Thielen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Boswell good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be fielded at the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Prescott to throw it. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here's the battering Ram Blunt. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. LeGarrette Blunt unable to use that big frame to his advantage. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run again with Hunt. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, but it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, Hunt. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Game offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 2nd down.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
380!
Come on. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And another touchdown, maybe rubbing it in a little here. That post-game handshake between coaches might be tense.
Yeah, I would say it will be a little bit tense, but you have to look at it from the side of the victor. They're in a tight battle. They may need those points in case of a tiebreaker at the end of the year.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off, as he did so with a touchdown run. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tackle.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this one complete to Reed. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air again, Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Check.
3rd and long for Prescott. And he's going to go down again. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now it's Lockett. A little juke. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Watch the twist.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus. and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.